Hey guys, welcome to my review for One Piece chapter 1131 called Loki of the Underworld. Now, before I jump into the chapter, I just want any feedback on the video quality, if it's good, the audio, and how I jump in through subjects, talk about subjects. Any feedback is appreciated, guys. Let me know in a comment below, and let's jump into the chapter. So, Luffy immediately just blabbering on his mannerisms. Oda writes his mannerisms so well, just blabbering on while Loki's like, hey, and he just slowly ticks off and frustrates Loki because he's like, I'm a prestigious person. Like, hey, pay attention. I stop talking, and he frustrates him. And Luffy doesn't care. Luffy has always been the same. Even in Wano, he jumped in arc one, Act one, I think it was Act one. When he saw Kaido, he jumped straight for him to fight. So he's always been the same. He's always sensed the Loki and he went straight towards him. And we even get this reveal of him having 2.6 billion berry bounty, which is interesting because the Giants haven't turned them in. They haven't killed him, and he's just imprisoned. He's been in prison for 6 years, and that gives the thought that Shanks might have been the one that imprisoned him here, and that's why he's frustrated at Shanks. He wants to take him out first or fight Shanks. He calls him cowardly. Maybe some underhanded technique was used. So we don't know, but there is, maybe that's the reason he became a Yonko, is because he might have defeated Loki. We don't know. So many like headcanons start popping on, theories popping off into the mind, but that's something that could be the reason. He's been in prison for 6 years. It reminds me of Yamato, who's been in prison in sea stone handcuffs for, well, since Yamato was a kid. But this one is, they were in prison for 6 years, and he's been in this area which they call the underworld. So you see Oda using Norse mythology and the lowest level being the underworld, where also in Christianity or the Bible, well, no, I think that people were theorizing hell would be cold in this. Oh no, one of the levels in hell, there you go, that's what it was. One of the levels in hell, the level that the devil is in, is the frozen level. It's all frozen. So it brings back Norse mythology, it brings back that level of hell. Great. It's great. I like it. So he's incorporating some Norse mythology and he calls it the underworld. And he's been here. He's domesticated. I don't know about domesticated. He's tamed the animals because he, I think, has conqueror's haki, or he has something about him that he's able to control these animals. Maybe it's that Fenrir fruit that I had mentioned, Jormungandr or Fenrir fruit, mythical level fruits that he's able, that they realize he's, the will of the fruit is incredibly strong, so we'll consider him like the leader. Theories, just throwing that out there because he has such a strong devil fruit. According to what people had said, the father had like this devil fruit passed down through generations, that he wanted it so bad, he got it. It has to be something incredibly strong. And if he's calling himself the sun god, it has to be incredibly strong. He is telling us he himself is the strongest on the island. So it did take every soldier in Elbaf to restrain him. And he's restrained with giant sea stone cuffs. This sea stone is huge. Where'd they get all this material from? Anyway, I don't know. Because they didn't go to Wano. I don't know. Anyway, we have them talking to each other, and Luffy's just relaxed near what's it called? Not that he can do anything. He's relaxed near Loki. He's chilling on his back, laying down and talking. And you see just how restrained Loki is. Legs, arms, everything. And he calls over he doesn't call them, but he says there's animals. If you mess with me, they're gonna attack you. And I have a servant, I guess you would call it, other people here that will also fight you. And he can't tell how strong Luffy is. And he didn't turn into the Gear 5 form when he attacked them, which we'll get to. And Luffy senses the animals are coming and he says, oh, this brings back memories, because we know that he trained with very powerful monsters in the island with Rayleigh. And he immediately tames them in the next few panels. He's just talking to them like it's all good. And Loki's surprised. He's like, "Who's ever done that?" Well, Luffy has experience doing it. And then the soldiers for Loki mentioned that I don't want to pass out like last time again because of Shanks. And Luffy hears that. He's like, "Oh, Shanks! Shanks is here! Like he's gonna meet Shanks." I want him to meet Shanks already. But something tells me that Shanks is not on the island anymore. Maybe he is. Maybe not. I mean, it's really weird because Shanks knows that Dorian Broggy went to pick up Luffy at Egghead, but they're not. But he would have left after defeating Kid. I don't know. Maybe Shanks is on the island. Maybe they talk. Maybe they discuss. Oh, Loki did say, I will talk. I won't give you that information for free. So maybe Shanks is somewhere on the island, or maybe he told them where he's going next. Maybe. I don't know. And Loki just immediately said, not immediately, but he says, yeah, that cowardly pirate was here. And Luffy, like, very emotional. I don't know how, it's a little odd because I don't know if he's ever reacted this way about anybody calling Shanks cowardly and he or like insulting Shanks, and he loses it, goes gear fourth and strikes at Loki. I don't know how I feel about that, but he a little emotional about his characteristics and about the joke. I guess I don't know if it's a joke or not. I think he was very serious about it, but anyway, Loki just backs off. He's like, I won't. He didn't say I won't say that again, but okay, got it. Just I can't move. I can only dodge so much, so he'll take Luffy's threat very seriously. So he doesn't go gear 5. He doesn't show the Sun God form. So we don't. He doesn't know that he actually owns the Sun God form. Cause if anybody knows what the Sun God would look like, it is the kid of the king, right? Like the like they even Dorian Broggy know what the Sun God is, Nika. So he should know. And he can also see, which makes me think he has observation Haki, some form of it, or he can see the color of Haki. Because he doesn't, he has his eyes wrapped. Like Odin, who sacrificed one eye so he could see into the future in Norse mythology. He has both eyes wrapped for some reason though. So maybe he has some powers regarding his eyes. Maybe he can see something with his eyes. Maybe he can see. Actually, maybe he can see. Actually, you know what? With future sight, you can see into the future, and that would be something that Odin really wanted. He wanted to see more into the future to see the fate of him and all that stuff. Anyway, that's jumping into Norse mythology stuff. But then we cut away after getting that info of being cut off about Loki, not giving that info for free. Unfortunately, we cut to the rest of the crew who are still walking on the bridge, and they're saying that this guy that was called the Sun God, he's approaching them, and then behind them is the cook and the doctor of the crew, and like these giants are so big that he is carrying the ship, the whole Sunny, right above his head, like it's a Lego set, you know, like I gotta bring my Lego set with me, and he's carrying the whole thing. Like, hold up, you know what? That's actually really funny. 1 second. Oh shoot. You know what? That's actually really funny because it's like me with my own Sunny. I'm bringing the Sunny with me. Just give me a second. Like I'm putting it over my head. This giant thing. Oh shoot! I freaking detached it. No, no. Okay, good. We're good. I think. There you go. Let's just leave it like that for now. That just reminded me that I had a freaking Sunny here. I'll fix that in a sec. But anyway, they're so big that he just carries it right over his head. That surprised me because I keep forgetting sometimes how huge these giants are, and the Sunny is big. It's like the size of a marine battleship. So anyway, it's huge. And we cut to Hydrugen catching the food for the crew that they're gonna eat later, and he's like, we got a moose. And I look at it and I'm like, that is no moose, man. That ain't no moose I've ever seen. It's a moose. It's just like a T-Rex with antlers. That is not a moose. It has sharp teeth. That is no moose. Anyway, we get some info dump on Hydrugen so people, readers remember who he is. He's from Dressrosa, and they're carrying the giant T-Rex thing back to the village. They're saying there's nothing, so he's in the underworld too. So maybe Luffy meets Hydrugen, and maybe they all meet in this regard, and he knows Loki's making a fuss, so he goes to see Loki, and he meets Luffy again, and they all reunite, and the other crew is gonna meet, Sanji and them is gonna meet the other people that have the ship, so they're gonna meet, and then they all just end up at the village so they can get more exposition on the chapter. I'm so excited for Oda to continue just giving me more information on the giants, the village, all the levels. Just, it's so exciting to get into a new island, and this island has been hyped up since Usopp met the giants. Like this island has been even talked about before Wano. Like this is something people have been waiting for years, decade even. So exciting, and I can't wait to keep going on with the chapters and doing these reviews. So let me know if there's anything else to keep talking about. But anyway, let me finish off on the chapter. We get the exposition of the rest of the crew, or at least everybody we've seen so far on Hydrugen's new giant pirates crew. And we get Robin's old haircut. That I wasn't expecting a change back like that. But she's gonna meet Saul, so she's gonna use her haircut that she left off in, like before the time skip, and how Saw had met her, so she cuts it back to how it was before. And Frankie's like, oh, that brings back memories. And I remember, I'm like, the one time you saw her was when she like hurt you really bad before to join the crew. And yeah, so Brooke gave her a haircut, she looks the same, and we get some exposition. So the giants remember her looking like that because they met her like that. And it's like, she's just back. So hopefully we do get a little more info on Robin too because of Saul. So Saul, and then we end the chapter. So now we go into Saul. Saul has fallen and he can't get up, or he hasn't gotten up, and he's not moving. So that is a death flag. I hope. I swear to God, Oda. If I catch you, Oda, I swear, Oda, if I catch you, do not kill this man before she meets Robin. I will lose it. No, he doesn't kill people on the current timeline, at least. I think. In the past, he'll be murderous. He'll kill everybody in the past, in the worst way possible. But he usually doesn't kill people. Anyway, he might. But hopefully Robin can talk to Saul, and if he's good, then we get some exposition with Saul, talk about Ohara, get more info on archaeology. Maybe he has all the archaeological books from Ohara, which he does actually. He saved all the books, so there's a library of Ohara literally in there for her to read and catch up, and maybe she finds notes about her mom. There's so much that can happen. There's so much you can do, Oda, with all the info that they've recovered from Ohara. That reminds me, because Robin is here and she can read anything they've written, and maybe Saul's read it too. Maybe it's not in like a poneglyph note or anything, or an ancient text or anything like that, and maybe it's just written normal and they've read it. But that's exciting, like the possibilities for Robin to catch up and read up on Ohara and any previous notes that they left her. But that's exciting. That's the end of the chapter. Any predictions for the next chapter would be, there's no break, at least. It was still long, 2 weeks, but we made it through. And let me think. We probably get some Hydrugen meets Loki and Luffy. Rendezvous point at the Giant's village. And the other people meet, and they try and save their Sunny. Like, I don't know how, because it's a giant ship, but they're like, oh, they'll probably meet. They all rendezvous in the giant village. And we continue from there. I don't know where Oda goes from there. Like, I'm so excited. We keep getting exposition on some stuff, and I can't wait to keep listening and reading through on the new stuff. So that's it for me, guys. Please leave me a like, comment, let me know on any feedback on how to continue the chapters, how to structure the chapters. If everything's good, let me know. But other than that, guys, I think that's it for me. If you want me to cover a different video, cover a different topic, a theory, let me know. But that's it for me, guys. And I'll be here for the next one.